Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 2025 National Signing Day press conference brought to you by the Mississippi State Farm Bureau Insurance. Delta State, great day to be a statesman, great day to be a part of the Statesman football program as Todd Cooley and his coaching staff announced the signing of 36 brand new statesmen who some are already here on campus, some are coming into next fall. I can go on and on by defining each and one of them, but that's not my role today. I'll give that role to the four-time GSE Head Coach of the Year, Todd Cooley.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody being here this morning. Really good day. Obviously, National Signing Day is a lot of fun for everybody, and it's, I want to start off by saying our coaching staff did a really good job with this class. Really proud of the work that they put in. I appreciate a lot of people on campus that work together with us to make these visits happen. I want to thank our administration, Ms. Dana George, her office. I want to thank, Braden, Ms. Caroline Fletcher, their work with our media stuff. I want to thank Chief Williams with DSU Police helping us on the weekends. Making sure the buildings were open and things of that nature. But that being said, I like our class. We've got 36 new student athletes. I think we're from 4 different states: Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, with the majority being from the state of Mississippi. 19 of these guys, of the 36, got academic awards here on campus as well, academic scholarships. So that's a big deal with our program of trying to get student athletes and guys that have good grades on the front end. But we've got it broken down. Our mid-year signees, these guys are going through spring drills right now, going through off-season workouts, and we broke it down by basically by the junior colleges first. Out of Colin Community College, we were able to sign 2 defensive linemen that were really close in the recruiting process. They played together. Chris Brown from Jackson, 6'2", 260, big guy, lots of personality. Really like him, the way he's working right now. LaDainian Davis, also from Jackson, played at Colin together with Chris, 6 foot, 245. He's probably pushing close to 250 right now. We were lucky to get those 2 young men. Ahmad Thompson, another D lineman. We lost a lot of D linemen, so we had to go out and get some more. But Ahmad played at East Central Community College. He's 6'1", 275. Really good outside. Could play inside or outside. We like him. From Shelby, Mississippi, a guy that played at East Mississippi, Jordan McKnight, who has some ties to Delta State. Jordan is a guy that we're really excited about getting here. 6'4", 190. Is a really tall defensive back. We like him. From Mississippi Gulf Coast, we were able to get 2 young men. Ryan Pascal is a center guard. He is from Picayune, Mississippi, 6'2", 310. Really like the way he handles his business, like the way he's been working. And then Brandon Talley is a long snapper, probably the biggest long snapper we've ever signed here. He is 6'4", 230. He looks more like a tight end, D-end, but a really good long snapper. We're excited about him. TJ Kelly is a linebacker from Hines Community College in Jackson. TJ's daddy, Tommy, is a coach and also played in the NFL, played at Mississippi State. TJ is 6 foot, probably 250. We listed him at 245. He might even be heavier than that, but he's got a lot of size to him. Is really doing a good job for us. Offensive lineman from Holmes, Tyler Abel, 6'3", 340. He's probably a little on the light side. He's probably a little heavier than that right now. He's coming off of a meniscus surgery, and we're getting him back going, and I like the way he's been working. A D lineman from Greenwood, Mississippi, right up the road, and Alex Larry, played at Itawamba. Alex, 6 foot, 280, handles his business in the classroom. Really like the way he's working. Wide receiver from Jones Community College, Harrison Knight, who is from Foley, Alabama, 6'2", 190. We think he's a big target, can stretch the field vertically. We really like him. Guy I'm really excited about at running back is Davion Austin from Flowood, played at Northwest Rankin. He's from Mississippi Delta Community College, and he is probably, that's legit, 6 foot, 190 pounder. I think he can really run, and I'm excited about watching him come on this spring as well. We got 4 from Southwest Community College, Jeffrey Anderson. Jeffrey is a defensive lineman, 6'2", 260. He's gained some weight since he's been here. Really think he's got a big upside. Anthony Dunn, an offensive tackle that we really, really needed. 6'6", 330 pounds. Got a lot of size. I like his maturity and the way he handles his business. Jeffrey Hobbs from Mendenhall, who also played at Southwest, is a 6'3", 250-pound guy that could play either interior D-line or defensive end. We'll figure it out eventually. And then Malik Robertson, who is from Donaldson, Louisiana, played at Southwest. Smart young man. Malik handles his business, 6'1", 250-pounder. Then out of the portal, we were able to get Liddell Finister from Campbell University. He's originally from New Orleans. He's another big offensive lineman, 6'4", 320. Jamison Kelly, who's from Columbus, Mississippi, played at Jones, then he played at Indiana. Really like the way Jamison's working, 6'2", 200. And then two guys that we knew a lot about that we played against from Mississippi College, you know, when they canceled their program, we were able to get these two guys. Aaron Robinson from Rolling Fork, a defensive lineman, interior guy, and Jaquez Tucker from Calhoun City, 6'3", probably 315, defensive lineman as well. So we were able to get those two guys. And then a guy that we had recruited out of high school from Sparkman High School in Alabama, Matt Rozier, came back to us from Tennessee Chattanooga. We're really excited that Matt's here. We also had two more guys that enrolled with us at mid-year, Raymond Morales, a kicker punter that played at Kahoma. And then a lot of people might remember Troy Griffin, who played quarterback at Mississippi Delta from Indianola. I know Steven knows him really well. Troy's an athlete. We are converting him to a slot receiver, outside receiver type, and he's looked good so far making that move. We signed 14 high school players today. Starting there are with Cameron Anderson. This is a young man from Stanhope Elmore High School, 6'2", 240. Really liked him and his family when they came on their visit. Cameron's a young man who is, when he was a ninth grader, he kind of started off, school wasn't that important to him. He's really picked it up in the last few semesters, really proud of his grades right now. He's all A's and B's student, and he's really excited about being a Statesman, and we're excited to have him. Taylor Barber from Gadsden City High School in Gadsden City, Alabama, is a 6'3", 238-pound defensive lineman. Don't know if he's going to grow to an interior. He played defensive end for them. Does a really good job. From the state of Mississippi, Tristan Chavis from Jefferson Davis High School down there. He's from Collins, but Jefferson Davis is located in Bassville, Mississippi. Played for Coach Mancuso. We're excited to get him as a safety for us. In the offensive line, Ben Davis from Athens High School in Athens, Alabama, came in on his visit. 6'4", 260. We actually measured him in at 6'5 and a quarter, about 270. So we're really excited about Ben. Got a quarterback with this crew, with this class, J.L. Davis, quarterback from Austin High School in Decatur, Alabama. We feel like he's a really good player. He's going to add another dynamic to our quarterback room and just keep bringing some competition there. So we're excited about him. Rodriguez Q. Hussey from West Forsyth in Georgia is a long corner. He knows he's got to gain a little weight before he gets here. He's a little skinny on the skinny side, and we laughed about that on his visit, but he's going to get there. And then locally from Ruleville, Thomas Edwards High School, we got Timothy Jones, who is a really big defensive back. Really excited about him. He's been in our camps. We've known him for a long time. We were excited to get Timothy to stay home and play with us. Cameron Kelly, another young man from Greene County High School, another D lineman, 6'1", 280. It goes in. You see a lot of D linemen on this board and on this recruiting list, but we always sit there and say, if you can get them, get them. And we want to have a deep D line group, and we got his. I think we shored that up. We got some more O-linemen that we needed, but Cameron's going to add to that group. Justin Nelson is another guy who played quarterback, safety in high school, really good grades from Huffman in Birmingham. We're going to move him to receiver once he gets here, and he's excited about that. Cash O'Callaghan. Cash O'Callaghan from Gainesville High School in Gainesville, Georgia. If you know anything about Gainesville, it's a tremendous football program. Safety, quarterback of their defense, smart young man, not afraid of contact. We're excited about him coming in here. D lineman from Neville, Jason Parker. This guy's really big, really athletic guy. He's a basketball player that just now started playing football. We think he's got a tremendous upside, and we're excited about him as well. Caden Smith, offensive lineman from Moody High School in Leeds, Alabama. Really, really glad that we could get him. He had a lot of guys recruiting him, and we were excited about that. Running back Daniel Smith from Mill Creek in Georgia. Speedy guy, strong guy, great family. He had a lot of stuff going on. We were able to win a recruiting battle, and we were glad to have Daniel in the green and white. And then rounding out the class was Aaron Taylor, another offensive lineman from Montgomery Catholic. We had a young man, Jaden Pfeiffer, that we signed last year from Montgomery Catholic. Their teammates had an in with him, and we were able to get him. He's a center, smart guy as well. We're excited about having him. So that kind of rounds out the 36 student athletes that we got. Like I said, right now we're in off-season workouts. Coaches are doing a really good job building our football team. These young men are excited that signed with us today. They will get their information, and they're ready to get on the workout plans, and they're ready to be here in July. So everything's looking good right now. Spring practice will start March the 24th. Spring game will be on April the 12th. And May 2nd will be our fundraiser, golf scramble and drawdown. So just want to throw those dates out for everybody and let everybody know about that. With that being said, I know Andy's got some questions, as always. So let me have them.
So as far as the couple of things is one, of course, now that you got the transfer portal, it's been in place a while. People can kind of come and go. As a coaching staff, how much more does it make the job, difficult? I know recruiting's always been a 24/7 thing, but it seems like it really is now when you think about the transfer portal, maybe players transferring out and trying to find players to replace those guys.
Yeah.
Let's talk about just the overall, how much more work does it take on the recruiting end?
Well, I think what we're losing is because there's so many kids available, and it happens and it changes seems like daily. It's hard to build relationships with them in recruiting. That's the hardest things right now. You don't have the time, because it's just like, a guy gets in the portal, and if you want to get in on it, I mean, it's just totally different the way you recruit now. But you got to be able to adapt, and as far as, guys leaving your program, and we had guys leave our program, we're no different than anybody else. I mean, everybody always thinks there's something bigger and better out there. You just have to, I don't know, man, you have to do a good job of I'm not going to necessarily say recruit your players that are here, but you have to build relationships with them. We don't recruit them once they're here. We just build relationships with them, but the one thing that I'm really, really excited about moving forward is this group that we've got right now. We're not, there's no gray area right now in our program, and we're not lowering the standard for them, and they're not wanting us to, and we're not going to. So it's a great relationship right now that we've got going with our players right now.
Looking at the list, just looking at their heights and weights.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about it seems like everybody is really proportioned well to their height. Talk about the talent. Of course, I know you touched on it earlier, but that's got to be indicative to the work ethic of these guys, because I imagine that's something that y'all really heard a lot about is their work ethic and their training.
Right. I think you're starting to see that these kids are getting bigger nowadays, and we were talking about it as a coaching staff. I think this team that we've got might be one of the bigger teams we've ever had right now. And we're doing a really good job. Coach Biggs and his strength staff's doing a good job. But yes, we identified and we height and weight them on every visit because we want to see that. And you know, we're always looking for measurables, just like every coaching staff is. But I think these guys do have, the ones we signed today have a good basics. They have a good foundation of what it's going to take to play here. You know, we didn't sugarcoat anything with them while they were here with their parents. We told them this is how it is here, and some people like this way, and some people don't. If you don't come here. It's okay with us. But I think the more things that you get out on the front end and they understand, all right, this is what it's like here, and they got to talk to our players. You know, we had player panels on every visit. Our player panel guys, they don't get prepped. They just get questions fired at them with the coaches out of the room, and I think that's always been a big deal for us because we don't have anything to hide here. You know, it is what it is. But to go back to your point, these guys have done a good job of getting their bodies in shape to be at this level and to be where they're supposed to be to this point in their careers.
Of course, looking at y'all's schedule, y'all always have, last few years, have one of the toughest, if not the toughest schedule in Division II football.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of emphasis on defense. And of course, you felt good about all of these guys that you've signed today. How important nowadays is it to just really have a strong defensive ball club?
Well, I think that's important with anything. You know, I think you got to have a strong football team, though. You know, we've always played good defense here. We're going to continue to play good defense. We lost a lot of guys on the defensive line, okay? So we knew we had to go out because the guys we got coming back are good ones, but they haven't played a lot of college football, so we felt like we needed to go out and get some older guys, you know, to kind of bridge that gap and get the competition going, which is why you see so many D linemen that were signed. But, you know, I think we're trying to build our football team, you know, in all facets right now. You know what I'm saying? And we were good. We were not as good as we wanted to be on all three phases last year, where we're trying to get to. So we got a lot of work to do, but the work's being done right now because we're building our team the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's it's going good right now, just to be honest with you.
Talk about your coaching staff and just overall just the work everybody's put in. And of course, I know it's a sacrifice from, you know, taking away time from families and all that stuff.
I just can't say enough about them. Make me look good. They work hard. They're professional. They're intelligent. They know what to do, when to do it. And the biggest thing you got to understand that they're doing on a daily basis is they're holding the line for our football program. You know, it's one thing for me to say this is what we're going to do, but those guys have got to be the ones that hold the line within their position groups. And that's what they're doing right now on a daily basis, and it's going to make our football team better in the fall than we were last fall because of what they're doing right now. And they're making a lot of sacrifices to do it because they want to win, and they're good coaches. So I can't say enough about them. Yes, sir.
How close are we to being set in quarterback position?
Oh, we're not. I mean, we got a returning starter back. You know, we got a freshman coming back. We got 3 quarterbacks right now on campus. We got another quarterback that we just signed today, so we'll have 4 good ones in that room. And you gotta go with say that Cole Kirk's got the experience, but Cole Kirk knows he's got to go fight for his position, just like everybody does. But you know, I feel like we're going to be just fine, whoever that quarterback is. But you know, we play tomorrow, it'd be Cole Kirk, no doubt about it. So he's returning starter from last year. But we don't play tomorrow, so we got some work to do. And we're not ready to play tomorrow, so it's a good thing.
Coach, you kind of touched on this earlier, in terms of the way the recruiting landscape has changed over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And you've had to adapt, but at the same time, there are still the core values that you have stuck with probably since day one that you've been here as a recruit. In terms of balancing both, how has that fit into the way you approach recruiting now, sticking with your core values, but at the same time adapting to the changing times?
That's probably been the toughest thing that we've had to do. You know, I don't know. That's a great question because it has changed, but we still look for certain things. We look for guys that are excited to be here, guys that want to wear this logo. That's what we're looking for first. And then obviously they got to be able to play, and we got to see the grades and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we're trying to look for guys that want to be here, and they want to be here for the long term and the long haul. And that's hard to find, at times, but I think that's what our assistant coaches have done a great job of identifying those guys on the front end. And, because we brought so many to campus, and we didn't get everybody that we brought to campus, obviously, but there was a lot of guys that we never even brought to campus, and that's probably a good thing. They either canceled on us or we canceled on them for reasons like you're saying. We just didn't feel like they had what we were looking for when it came to that. They didn't have what it's going to take to play here, because not everybody can play here at this place. This is different, and this is a tough place, and it always has been. It's a great place. Love this place. But it's a tough place, and you got to have a different mentality and a different thought process to do this on a daily basis. And we didn't feel like some of those guys had that.
And just in terms of the transfer portal and, of course, junior college players, in this day and age, is it kind of instant we have to see an improvement right away as opposed to recruiting high school kids?
Right. I do think the clock is sped up on those guys, because they don't have much time left, Here's the thing about it, if you understand our state, right, we have 14 junior college that play football, right? And most young men grow up in this state, they're one of two things. They like Ole Miss or like Mississippi State. And a lot of them want to play in the SEC, and I get all that. And if they don't get what they want out of high school, then they're going to go to the junior college. Okay, that's fine. We understand what we're in. But if you notice, I've seen you a lot of times. You see me on Thursday nights, I'm at a junior college game. We've had a lot of these kids that we signed from those junior colleges. We've known about them for 2 and 3 years. Some of them have been to camp with us when they were in high school. Some of them have been to camp with us when they were in junior college. So we have we know them, and yes, I guess their clock is a little sped up when you only have 2 years left to play. You're expecting this out of that, whereas a freshman, you got more time to kind of groom it the right way. But, hey, that's just – if you want to get Mississippi kids in this state, this is what you're going to have to do when you're at Delta State, and that's fine with us. We've done it for a long time. Had a lot of all-conference players that were Mississippi JUCO players. And we got great relationships with every one of them and every one of the coaches in the state, so we like recruiting them.
In terms of the 36 that you have, do you have a sense of how many will contribute right away, or?
No, that's a great question.
Some that you may want to
That's a great question. On paper and what we've seen and what we witnessed, a lot of them should contribute right away, if they continue on the trajectories they're on. But I don't know. You never know, man. If I knew that, man, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I'm just messing with you. I'd be making a lot more money doing something else. But that's a great question. But you hope they do. I don't know if any coach has ever stood up on signing day and said, man, I really don't like this class. But I do. I like the people in this class. I like the eagerness they had. I like the way that they came to this school. But recruiting, man, it's humans judging humans. We won't know if this is a great recruiting class 2 years from now. That's when we'll be able to say, hey, that was a really good recruiting class or not. But it looks great today on paper, but games aren't played on paper. So I can say this, of the guys that are here right now, the new guys that are here right now, for the most part, they're working really, really hard. And they're trying to adapt to our culture, and doing it the way that we want it done here at Delta State. And I respect that and I appreciate that, because that's not easy to do. So. Never done recruiting. Never done recruiting. But we are going to take a little pause from it for a little while. This is a cycle where, we'll still be finding out about kids and this and that. But right now, we're going to move and start working back into football and looking at what we did last year and what we can get better at. And that's always a fun time of year as we prepare for spring ball. So right now, for the next couple of months, it's going to just be about getting our football team better, getting ready for spring ball. And we love this time of year. I do. Those are great questions. Anybody else? Anybody? Hey, I appreciate everybody being here. Go Statesmen.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you for everybody for showing up this morning to this. It's again, like I said, it's a really big day for Delta State, our football program, our coaching staff. They all done a really good job. They've done endless work, endless times, and I'll even mention, Coach Cooley and his staff are great at recruiting. I'll mention Coach Cooley recruited me to come here, so I'd say he does a good job of recruiting. But everybody, football schedule for 2025 is going to be coming out soon. Just be on the lookout on GoStatesmen.com or on our social media. We'll be posting that out here soon. But I hope everybody has a great day, and I'm going to say this: Go Eagles, fly Eagles, fly. But hope everybody has a great week, and as always, Go Statesmen.